Welcome dear students in my class again, and hope you are safe and sound from the deadly disease coronavirus and you will always remain safe. Today we are going to study the chapter Should Wizard Hit the Mommy by Joan Updike. And before I start the chapter, let me once again remind you to subscribe my channel if you have not yet done, and do press the notification icon so that you will receive my latest videos, and do share the video so that it reaches to the majority of students. So let us start the chapter. First of all, let me introduce you with the author. Joan Updike was an American novelist, poet and short story writer, and he had his interest in art and literature. His fiction focuses on the concerns, sufferings and passions of an average American, and his style is very rich and unusual. And in this story, he raises certain moral issues, and he wants to highlight that adults always impose the authority onto the children, and that is why there arises a clash between the superiorities of the adults and the innocence of the children. And through very simple story, he raises very serious issues like: should adults always impose the authority onto the children? Should children never be recognized just because they are underage? And that is why they should always be shunned, even if they are right in their perspective. This means they should always be kept quiet, even if they are correct in their viewpoint. And should they never be given freedom of speech? So through these questions, the poet wants to indirectly emphasize that children should be given the freedom, they should be recognized, and they should be given importance. And this is told through three characters. Very simple story is written by the author through these three characters: Jack, Joe and Claire. A family of three: husband, wife and daughter. Daughter is 4 years old. Now the story opens up with Jack telling story to his 4-year-old daughter, because this is the custom in America. Both husband and wife are working, and Saturday evening Jack had the duty to make his daughter asleep. Now this storytelling routine started 2 years ago when she was just 2, and every time Jack had been telling his self-thought story, because 2 years time is a long time. He had been thinking the story, he had been striving hard, he had been making efforts hard to make a new story. As a result, during this passage of 2 years, his ability and imagination had exhausted. That means he has now no capacity to think new story. And that is why every Saturday the outline of the story was the same, with a little bit variation of the character. And the character would be an animal. The first name would always be the same, that is Roger. And the second name, that means the animal would be always changed. For example, the Roser fish, Roser squirrel or Roser chipmunk. And but there would be a problem with this animal, that was the stink in his body. Stink means bad smell in his body. Because of this, all the other animals would repel him. That means would run away from him. And this Roser animal would always feel insulted, humiliated. And that is why he would go to the wise owl living on a tree. And wise owl would send him to a wizard, and this wizard with his magical spell would solve his problem by removing the stink and by filling his body with the fragrance he wished. And in turn he would demand money. When he would pay to the wizard, he would fall short of 3 coins, because he had only 4. And only wizard would give him the suggestion to go to the well to have the extra penny. Having paid this way, he would happily go to other animals, baby animals, and play with them. In the evening, he would go back home, where his mother would be waiting for him, and his daddy would be coming in train from Boston, and happily they would enjoy their dinner. Now this time when the story started, Joe suggested that this time the animal should be Roger Skunk. Now she has started giving the suggestions. Why? Because she is growing. So was her brain. And while listening to the story, her feet were moving under the covers because she was lying on the bed. Her face was glowing in the light, which was sifting through the curtains. That means filtering through the curtains, and her face was shining. And it was not so easy to make her sleep. Her brother Bobby, who was just 2 years old, had already slept. Now Jack started telling the story, and when he told the story, he brought that required effect in his tone and expression on his face. And excitedly, Jo, with her open blue eyes, which resembled her mother, announced it should be a skunk. And Jack agreed, started telling the story. The new animal created a sort of enthusiasm in Jack, and that was the requirement of bringing the interest in telling the story. And skunk, now he started telling the story. Skunk, being rejected by all other animals due to the stink in his body, felt insulted, felt humiliated, and Jack brought that touch of his own childhood humiliation, and this way he made Joe also feel that. Now, out of humiliation, skunk eyes were dripping tears, and in order to make this a reality, Jack ran her finger along the side of the nose of Joe. Now immediately Joe inquired, because she knew the outline of the story. That's why she inquired, won't he go to the owl? And Jack felt the cover tug. Now see why the author has inserted all the details, like her suggestions, and then Jack's feeling, her legs moving in tension. Why? Because Jack was feeling helpless, because he wanted to make her fall asleep quickly, but no, he had to put a lot of efforts into make her asleep. So he was happy telling something true, but down the stairs, because this was the problem, this was the reason of the tension. Down the stairs, a chair scraped where his wife Claire was painting the living room, would work alone, and he wanted to go there. He wanted to help her because she was pregnant for 6 months, but he could not go unless she would fall asleep. Now he continued that he, walking along sadly, he refers to skunk again, came to a big tree where lived the owl, an enormous owl who was wise also. Now skunk told the problem to the owl, and here Jo, because she knew the proceedings, and she shouted out of joy, owl would tell him to go to the wizard, and out of excitement, because wizard's action would fill her with excitement, she sat straight right up, and in her this effort, a golden book fell from the bed. Now Jack here showed his authority, reminded her not to interfere in storytelling. She should rather lie down and sleep. And she relapsed. She fell asleep back. Now Jack continued, and he referred to the wizard. She again became inquisitive when there came the mention of wizard. Her inquisitiveness, her curiosity about magical spells is cited here. Now this question about the magical spell hinted about her mind's growth, which started only last month, and this growth of her mind started causing a problem to Jack, because now it was very difficult to reply to her query, and that was a reality phase, because many a times she had put her queries, like when he told her spiders eat bugs, she immediately asked her mother whether that was in reality or not. And when Claire once told about God's omnipresence, means God remains everywhere, she inquired from her father whether that was true or not. that means authenticity in the omnipresence of God. And Jack cut short by telling that they are real only in stories. And this questioning by her always made him miss a beat in the narrative. That means he always forget where was he, at what point was he. Now somehow he is doomed, means he reminded and went back to storytelling and started telling Owl, who Owl suggested him to go through the dark woods, under the apple trees, into the swamp. Swamp means marshy area, dal type, over the creek, that means a small river. Again she interrupted over the mention of creek. What's the creek? And that was very tough for Jack to reply. Then Skunk came to a little white house and rapped on the window sill, knocked at the window sill. And listening this, Joe became once again excited. Her tall figure clenched, became tight out of infantile thrill, means childhood excitement. Again, Jack brought that related effect in his body language by scrunching up his face and whining through his eyes. Why? Because he wanted to put this effect into a skunk's face and eyes. And even Wizard complained about Skunk's body stink when Skunk reached to him, and that was the complaining expression of Wizard Jack brought in his body language. And here Jack also tells that Wizard's house was in a messy state. Why? Because there was no lady in the house, and Jack had to explain this to Joe again. And again she put another question about the life of wizards, whether they die or not. And this is how we are noticing at every point she is causing trouble to Jack in his story. And then again Jack came back to storytelling with a trance-like gaze. That means he was lost again in the story, when Wizard chanted some magical spell, magical lines, and that was a transformation phase for Skunk. That means Skunk's stink would convert into fragrance, and that was the most exciting moment for Joe, little Joe, because she always empathizes herself with Skunk. And that is why her pleasure can be seen in the expression of her broadened nostrils, just like Claire showed on cocktail party. That means resemblance of daughter and mother. Then see the transformation in Roser Skunk's body. But here Jack committed a mistake by replacing Skunk with fish, and he was noticed by Joe immediately. Now after getting his problem removed, Skunk wanted to pay. He fell short of 3 pennies, and Joe again shouted to go to the she shouted to suggest to go to the well. But Jack was annoyed at this, because all his efforts were going in vain to make her sleep, because Claire was he could hear the sound of movement of the heavy furniture by Claire. That should not have been done by Claire. He felt helpless. Now still he continued that Skunk should go to the end of the lane, as suggested by Wizard, move around 3 times, and he would see a magical well there from where he could have the remaining pennies. This was how Rose's Skunk paid and went to the baby animals, and happily he played with them different games like tag, baseball, football, basketball, lacrosse, hockey and soccer, and pick-up sticks. Again she put her question, what are pick-up sticks? Jack hurriedly told that it was just like to play with sticks. Now Jo, as usual, thought that story was over, and that is why she started doing first with her hands. And this was not liked by Jack. Now see, the male mentality, male dominance. She never liked such pleasure to be felt or the things taken for granted by females, even by his wife, because he always wanted the females to remain confused and hanging over. So this is also another point raised by the author, the male dominance in the story. Now he carried the story forward by telling that Skunk's mommy became annoyed over the chain smell, although it was a fragrance, and she was annoyed because that was the characteristics of their tribe, their identity, and she took her son angrily to the wizard back, punished him by hitting his head with an umbrella. Jo felt bad over this. She protested, and moreover, she was unhappy over when mommy asked to bring the stink in the body again, but Jack didn't allow her to speak. So very clearly we can see child was not free to raise question or give her suggestion. Now having the stink back in his body, both of these went back home, and having taken their supper, they all lived happily. Jo inquired, what about the animals? Did they run away from him? Jack suggested no. Why? Because they were habitual of this bad smell. Okay, but her little heart was criticizing mommy. This was not tolerated by Jack. Why? Male adult supremacy. He always supported all the mommies, whether that was the skunk's mommy or his own mommy. And that is why with an authority he asked her to lie down and sleep, and went back quietly from the room, tiptoed from the room. When he was about to go out, he was addressed by his daughter, and when Jo once again opposed, he then affectionately told that it was not because Skunk loved other animals. It was because he loved his mommy more. But she kept insisting that he would tell that next day he would tell the story where wizard would hit the mommy again. Why? Because she never wanted the wizard to be punished by the mommy, because wizard was very helpful for the baby skunk. So he pacified her by saying okay, he would see the next day. Down the stairs he found Claire surrounded with so many things like case of molding, rail and baseboard, half of tan and half new ivory, and because he was already tired in telling the story to his daughter, and he wanted to help his wife, but he had no stamina to help, and that is why he found himself caught in an ugly middle position. And though he never wanted his wife to be fussing with such a labor. So dear students, this is all in today's story. We'll meet again with the question answers of this chapter. Until then, stay home, stay safe, bye bye.